Alright, glad to be back. Gonna do a little different format on this video. Gonna talk about what happened the night from my point of the election and into the path, the road that this is probably gonna go. The outcome all favors Trump. And then I think later, more into this video, maybe more into the prophetic. I have nothing planned. I'm just going to let this thing flow. Alright, I'm down in my basement on an old computer and a very squeaky chair, so I have to sit still. Just wanted to say, when all the blocking they were doing on YouTube, I was supposed to, it showed like I was going to be blocked for 90 days, and I did a test yesterday, because I was testing it every day to see if it would, and normally it comes up and it says nope, and then it shows the date, you have whatever strikes. Such bullcrap. But election night, I was working and I was watching Steve Bannon's show. But by the way, he got removed from YouTube. So we were watching, and he had an analyst on there that was really good. Probably the number one. When he's looking at, the different states and what's going on. And so what we started seeing, first of all, it was really weird because they weren't calling any like Florida. They were just dragging, and it was the, the news media was just playing. And then we seen the trend where Trump was leaving Joe behind big time, big numbers. And then all of a sudden, they were chanting, I think it was in Philadelphia and Michigan, stop the count. So all set up to do that. And then, of course, what happened after that, which Trump basically said they were going to do. So it doesn't matter. They're doing recounts. They're going to get rid of the fraudulent votes. So there's many different paths here. The watermark is completely valid. I've listened to so many people, and then the two people that are technically behind it. One is from the Department of Homeland Security, and the other one is from something called like CIS something or whatever group that is. And these guys are both these guys are extremely intelligent. So, and this was implemented in 2018. So there were probably, from what I'm hearing, there were both systems going. You had the QIF, the QFI, Quantum Financial, Quantum Financial System, and the regular one going. So was it a military sting operation? I don't know. But I do know this. Trump said that he said the night of the election, he wants every valid vote to be counted. He said valid because he knows that there were going to be some obscene, fraudulent votes. So this may just get taken care of in this recount. If not, the last, you also have the courts, you have the Supreme Court, and then the finale is if nobody if nobody concedes the election, or if President Trump doesn't concede or whatever, Biden should just back off because they got him on quid pro quos, and you wouldn't imagine the ties with China with that family. But if it goes to the House of Representatives, we win because we have, it's one count per state. We have the majority. We have like 37 out of 50 states, 37. So that is the last case scenario. So this is going to be played out unless they just basically show the count. The news media is not going to back down from their bullcrap. The news media, you've seen what happened when Trump was going up against Hillary, and they were guaranteeing that Hillary was going to win. And what happened that night? Everybody made YouTube videos of them saying everything, and they were guaranteeing it. You even had Hollywood movie stars running their traps, guaranteeing that Trump wasn't going to win. So those were all done, and just so many videos put out there making fun of them. And now they're like, we can't have mud in our face again because they were already caught stating the fact over and over again that Joe won. They have no choice now. They have no choice but to play this game out to the stupid people that watch that crap. And I can't understand why people don't search things out. I know most people are older or whatever, don't have no access other than the fake news, and that's unfortunate for them. But I would hope to think that they listen to at least to Sean Hannity or Tucker Carlson on Fox News and got a little wisdom. There's some other great ones on there, but Fox, of course, we know what's going on there. They're part of the deep state anyway. We've already known that owner of Fox News and who they brought in there just recently to trash that channel. So either they save face and quickly do a turnaround, or they're going to be done. And everybody needs to remember all this stuff and not give them any support. So that's what happened on that night. I was hoping for a red wave, and Trump had already basically told us we should have just listened to him because, I think they were breaking this old system. They had to show people. With Trump, he's got to show people. That's why he let Antifa do what they did in the cities, because he had to show people this is what they are about. Same thing is going on now. There's nothing different. It's the same thing. Trump's not going to give this state to communist China. It's not going to happen. People don't realize that. The news media doesn't pick the president. In case it's stupid people that think that. So, what I want to do too, I want to put some kind of, I get into the prophetic stuff too. I watch a lot of the prophets, and with the prophets that are out there that to me, and how I think it goes with those is like Kim Clement. I connected with Kim Clement. I came about him way, I want to say 6 months before the election. I did not know that he was basically on his deathbed. I didn't know that he had that problem until I had, more of an updated video, and it really bummed me out because I was like, who is this guy? This guy, he had a chord with me, and I loved. And then I found another one, Bullock. Robin Bullock's another one, similar to Kim Clement, man. And the same thing, connection hit. I was listening to him talk a couple days ago. Then last night, I was listening to his video from yesterday, and I tell you what, he answered some questions about, a lot of things that I had on my mind, and I definitely am going to tune into that guy. So I want to play a clip from him, and I'll have the link down to his channel. But some of them, that's the problem. I think with prophets, it's like, I try to listen to different ones, but I just don't. Some of them I don't, mesh with. So my advice on that is you find somebody that you feel attuned to in your body and you feel connected to, and that's who you probably should stick with. But other than that, go to, I'm just trying to think here, the prophetic side. You got two things at play that I try to, that I, knowing that I studied tribulation, I've studied revelation, I've studied all that for 30 years. Been in, and there's two things running right now. You have the possibility of Biden being snuck in there, and would be traded by, basically it could be the Supreme Court or it could be Congress. And if that happens, my thought prior to this is Trump's not going to let this happen. But if it possibly did, I don't want to go down that road of tribulation, but that means the Revelation 12 sign of September 23rd was the starting point, and we're coming up on the midpoint of May 21st, 2021. But I'm excluding that. I'm not talking about it because I'm 100% behind Trump and behind this movement to take down this evil that has been there. And the news has definitely shown me that they are the false prophet. They're the ones that are controlling the whole situation. It's the news. However the news goes, everything goes. So if they were to switch and start talking the truth and telling everybody what Joe is caught up in, what his son's caught up in, and if they were to show that truth, it would be a flip. So is there a flip coming in the news media? That's the question. That's one of Kim Clement's things, that they have no choice. Kim Clement said they have no choice but to tell the truth. So that's coming. So, check this out. I stole something. So anyway, I went to vote, and I go to a church, and there was really, there's never no line. I go right in, and I came out, and they have all their signs, of people that are running for office and whatnot, and I'm kind of parked close to this beautiful Trump Pence 2020 Keep America Great sign. And I looked around, and there's like nobody in the parking lot, and I'm like going, man, I'd like to have one of those signs. So I grabbed it and put it in my car. Check this out. You might see my Trump. I got some Trump pants. Make America great. Make America great. This baby is brand spanking new. They must have just put it out there. And that will stay with me for as long as I live. So let's see what else we can do. Spin up here. Just hang with me because I want to do something different. Alright, I just wanted to take a moment also to thank those people that subscribe and make comments and like the video, that followed along. I appreciate it. Sometimes I'm unable to get back to some comments or whatever because of so many videos on the channel, but we're on a path, and let's see where it takes us.
Now I hear the Lord say these things. Change tunes for me now. I hear the Lord say these things. concerning all that's going on in the U.S. For people are tuned in around the world and in this country to see what's going to happen. I hear the Lord say these things. So listen, and listen closely, those of you who need this. You have defied my prophets, my mouthpiece. You have defied my prophets, my mouthpieces. You have trained your eyes on them. I knew you in the Garden of Eden, and I know you now, Joe Biden. You are not the president. It is time, so be it. Joe Biden, I have looked you in the eye and concluded your time, says the Lord, for today it begins to change. Whatever, hallelujah. And you, my people, I have given you what your forefathers prayed for.
So I'm just going to sum it up here. My YouTube's buffering. I've never seen it buffer like it's doing, so I don't know if there's a problem in my area. But basically what it is there's two roads. There's one road to perdition, and there's the other road to God, greatness. So that's what's going on. People are choosing their roads, and then there's going to come in the future your final road. If you don't understand that, that's your problem. But it's for you to view, see, watch what's going to happen. Look at the other countries. Look at these people that like are in communist China. Look at the people that have been subject to the communist and controlled by the government to take away their freedom. And this is what the fight is all about. This fight, world is watching. We the people, have the control because we brought the big vote. We could have brought even a greater vote if the part of the church would have woke up instead of being misled by deep state. A lot of these people in the pulpit are part of the deep state. A lot of people have no clue what this is all about. This is bigger than you could have imagined. So I couldn't put the clips I wanted to, and I wanted to get this video out on 11/11, Veterans Day. I served in the Army, spent 4 years at Fort Hood, went on a tour, Reforger 87, Germany, spent 2 rotations, what they call NTC, and Fort Irwin, which is in the Mojave Desert. But basically, spent my time at Fort Hood and have to look back and say I enjoyed every bit, had some great times, built my foundation. I'm glad I did it, glad I served the country. I was lucky enough to be in a time of really kind of a peaceful time. I think we had a Panama deal going on, but basically it was our presence over in Germany was the process of taking the Berlin Wall down, unifying Germany into one. in breaking the communist control there. But again, we have it in our hands now to do this, and Trump knows that. Fake news is backed in a corner. They're backed in a corner, and we need everybody to pray. Just everybody say a prayer for Trump, that every valid vote counts and every fraud ballot gets taken away. That's your focus. That's your prayer. Every valid vote counts. Every fraud vote gets taken out. Until next time, take care.